Hi everybody, and welcome back to PCC Student Connect for Topic Tuesday. If you didn't know, every week we post new midweek studies that you guys can dig into. And today, we're going to look at John 15, 1 through 17. Basically talks about how we are branches and Jesus is the vine. But we're going to look at what that really means for us and how it applies today. A lot of times when Jesus repeats something like he does with branches and vines, it's a pretty big deal. The first thing he says is that Jesus is the true vine, the true grapevine. What that basically means is it is only through Jesus that we can have that relationship with God. Nothing else can replace it. It is only by Jesus' sacrifice, dying on the cross, that we are able to have that relationship. That leads us into the branches, which are basically obviously attached to the vine.
Jesus!
And here's the thing. The branches need the vine, but the vine,
Jesus,
do not need the branches to survive. We, the branches, cannot produce leaves or fruit by ourselves, even though in our sinful ways, we think we can. For example, if I were to break off this branch on its own, it could not keep growing. It can't even produce fruit on its own. It will eventually die. Here's the thing. Fruit is the good stuff. Fruit is produced when we are glorifying God through our faith and our actions. The good news is that we can all produce fruit when we are attached to Jesus.
So we're going to challenge you to think about a few things. If Jesus is a true grapevine, do you think that means there are false vines? And what are some of those false vines?
And honestly, we all are tempted to seek other things besides Jesus in order to have what we think will be a good life. But we need to remember that we need to stay attached to Jesus in order to grow.
So let me see. If I get this, Jesus is the vine and we are the branches. We need to remain in him, cling close to Jesus in order to grow as Christians. Without Jesus, we're spiritually dead.
Exactly. We need to stay in Jesus so that we can bear good fruit. Because as humans with our own sin, we can't do it on our own. We need Jesus' help in order to bear that good fruit and have good lives. We stick close to Jesus and we obey his commands, and things like loving other people happen.
So let me clarify what you're saying here. If we remain in Jesus, which means we need to love one another, then we will bear good fruit?
Exactly. But lastly, God talks about pruning. God will cut away branches that do not bear fruit. For example, people who say they're Christians or go to church on Sundays but don't really live it out or produce that fruit, God will cut away. Or God will also prune things that maybe aren't the best for us or good for us, because sometimes it can grow and get overcrowded and actually stop growth. So God will cut away those things in order for us to have better lives.
Yeah. So guys, we hope that you stay focused on the true vine and who provides you with what you need to live a fruitful life, right? And if you guys are having trouble with that, we hope that you ask Jesus to help you grow and stay connected in him.
Thanks for joining us, guys, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye!